Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments,
5 minutes with the G,
the straight shooting view,
coaching with JBK. We produce, record and edit video content
and audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor,
Spotify
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook
and www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments,
5 minutes with the G,
the straight shooting view,
coaching with JBK. We produce, record and edit video content
and
audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor,
Spotify
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook
and www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? Straight shooting LJA here, representing Pitch Talk and representing the AFA, Amateur Football Alliance, at the AFA Senior Cup final. It's Nottsborough versus Wandsworth Borough. You've seen the build-up, you've seen the promos online. Today is match day, and I'm here with Neil. You know, please introduce yourself to the live audience watching, the millions and millions watching live on YouTube.
Wow, you've built it up there. So I'm Neil Baker. I'm usually goalkeeper for Wandsworth Borough, but unfortunately I got a calf tear last week, so I'm assistant manager today.
Fair play. You looking forward to that role? Like how sad are you at missing the final?
Oh yeah, look, it's a pretty big blow, and I've been trying all week to desperately get fit for it, but it didn't happen. I guess, assistant manager, got to be careful I don't get in the fourth official's ear too much. But yeah, no, looking forward to trying to help the lads through it. No,
fair play, man. I mean, Wandsworth Borough of the amateur football combination, the AFC, as opposed to Nottsborough, who are of the Southern Amateur League, the SAL. What does it mean to Wandsworth Borough FC to be in the AFA Senior Cup final today?
So much, really. We've risen through the divisions over the last 10 years, and I think Nottsborough were always a side that you sort of aspired to be. They've almost set the standard for the last 15 years in amateur football. So to be in a game against them with such a big prize on the line means everything, really. It's incredible.
There's a lot of respect there. I can tell by your voice. I mean, what is it you kind of respect the most about Nottsborough?
I think they've just been one of the sides to watch. We've actually seen a fair bit of them in cups over the years. We've played against them before, and we see them in pre-season friendlies as well. So we've seen them a bit. We don't fear them, but we know that they've got some fantastic attacking threat. And we've certainly got an eye on a few of their players, but I think we certainly feel we can put some pressure back on them for sure. I actually was going to ask, have you had a chance to scout them? Who do you think are the main threats from them? Is there any one in particular you're worried about? I don't know about worried, but Taylor up front, Barber, Kai Beck, and Fitzgibbon, like they're lads who you see. We've seen them. They played Carshort in under 23s. Saw the highlights of that. I think Des our manager went and watched them play Old Wilsonians a few weeks ago. So we've certainly had a look at what they do and how they attack. But I think the key for us is going to be, we know what they can do, but we've got to be able to put some pressure back on them. And I think we can. We've certainly got some attacking threats of our own.
What do you think is your strongest attribute as a team?
I think usually it's been that we've been able to keep scores down. We haven't conceded many goals, and also we've been able to score goals at the right times. I think throughout this season we've done well, but we haven't really smashed teams. We've often won by the odd goal. So I think in those tight situations, getting the job done has been something that we've been good at.
I mean, your record on your run to the AFA Senior Cup final in 2021-2022 has actually been pretty good. I mean, 16 scored, 3 conceded. That's a very, very good record.
Yeah, I think early on in the competition we had a couple of 5 and a 4-0 win, which maybe pads those statistics out a little bit. we had a very, very tight game against Oldhamptonians who have won our league. So to beat them was incredible. And then, a tight win against Old Totonians, who are also in our league. So we'd actually lost to them the week before. So we went back to their place and beat them the next week. And that was good. So lots of tight games. We've had a great run. And we are happy to be here, but it's not just about turning up. It's putting in a performance today and hopefully lifting a trophy at the end of it.
I mean, do you think it's going to be a cagey affair today, or do you think it'll be one of them ones where both teams will go all out? Because both sides' defensive records are actually pretty good. I mean, with you guys only conceding 3, I mean, Nottsborough have only conceded 4. Yeah. So do you think it's going to be cagey? Do you think the defences are going to be the difference?
I don't think it will be that cagey. I think Nottsborough will probably come very hard at us in the first sort of 15 minutes and try and, almost really stamp their authority on it and try and, brush us aside. I think if we can get through that period and start to put pressure back on them, you say that could go all the way.
Hey, I'm hoping for penalties, extra time. It'll add to the drama. It'll add to the nerves as well for both sides, but it'll add to the drama too. Yeah. I mean, what would winning the AFA Senior Cup mean to Wandsworth Borough?
Look, I don't think it's something we ever thought was possible. We've risen up sort of 4 divisions in the past sort of 10 years, and there were times we weren't even in the AFA Senior Cup. We were in the AFA Intermediate Cup. So it would mean so much for us to be able to win it. Maybe at times it felt unachievable, but we're in the final. It's a game of football, isn't it? So we're happy to be the underdogs, I think. But we've got every confidence that we can get it done.
Fair play. I mean, do you think that you were saying obviously not winning the league? Do you think the cup run that you've had has been a distraction, or do you think it's boosted your league campaign and kind of helped with that?
I don't think it's distracted. Oldhamptonians won the league by quite a long way, so we weren't getting distracted. But I think maybe over the past month since the semi-final, people have had half an eye on the final, and we've had a couple of bad results. We had a great win last week, but so I think now everyone can be fully focused on this game for sure. So are
you coming in with a bit of momentum then, or have the results been mixed coming into the final?
Well, just tough availability, and we've had a few injuries and that kind of thing. But yeah, really good win last week, and I think everyone's got the confidence back and ready to give it a proper go.
You think you're going to win it today?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, that's what we want. That's what we want. The confidence.
Why not?
The confidence. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go and let you get back to the boys. But Neil, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, and good luck, by the way.
Cheers.
Everybody, so that was Neil, the assistant manager for Wandsworth Borough FC. It's going to be a very interesting final today. A little bit windy, a little bit chilly. I think the wind may end up having a part to play in it, but it's going to be very, very interesting. 2:30 p.m. is the kickoff for the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. We've got Nottsborough behind us warming up. We've got Wandsworth Borough warming up as well. So it's going to be a very, very interesting final. As I said, the defensive records of both sides are very, very good. With Wandsworth Borough only conceding 3 and Nottsborough only conceding 4. But Nottsborough have scored 11 and Wandsworth Borough have scored 16. So slight edge in theory to Wandsworth Borough in regards to an attacking perspective, but it's going to be a very, very tasty game for sure. Remember, the Amateur FA, the Amateur Football Alliance, you can catch at Amateur FA on Twitter, also at Amateur FA on Instagram as well. Amateur-fa.com is the AFA official website, and they're also on Facebook as well, Amateur FA. So check that out as well. We will be back with you in a few minutes after these messages. See you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV.
including special feature segments,
5 minutes with the G.
The Straight Shooting View
coaching with JBK. We produce, record, and edit video content.
and
Audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor.
Spotify.
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram.
Facebook.
And www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now.
Hey, what is up, people? Straight Shooting LJA here at the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. We are back on your live feed, and we have a gentleman from Nottsborough.
Hold on, that's my wife ringing. Hold on.
That's how you can tell it's live. Phone's going off and everything.
There you go, she's gone.
The wife's calling to wish him good luck.
That's right.
Oh, this is live, man. Keep it all in. If you'd like to introduce yourself and, well, what team you're from as well.
Yeah, David Hallam from Nottsborough, all the way up from Tolworth today. Looking forward to it.
How long did it take you to get here, Tolworth? That's a
yeah,
fair way.
This is a hour and a half, hour and 3/4, something like that. It's a fair distance, but it's a great bar. It's a great away day. Winchmore, a great club. So food's good. What more can you want?
No, exactly. I mean, as you mentioned, we are at Winchmore Hill FC's Pauling Ground up here on Fords Grove in North London. Lovely looking pitch today. Is that gonna help you guys?
I think the pitch is a bit like my back garden. Actually, it looks. No disrespect to Bob and Winchmore, it looks a bit better than it is when you get close up. So I think it's going to be a bit bobbly, but we'll be looking to play our football. And I know Wandsworth, we play them a lot, and they'll be doing the same. So we'll try and make it as good as we can, given the surface.
I mean, Nottsborough, you guys are in the SAL, the Southern Amateur League. What does it mean to you guys as a club to be in the AFA Senior Cup Final today?
It's a lot of history, and it's the big one, right? So across all the leagues in amateur football, we've been quite lucky as a club to have won a fair few trophies. That's not being big-headed, but we have. But the AFA really is the big one, and it'll be a great day. A lot of people around, the bar will be full, lots of raucous behaviour on the touchline, and it's a big game for us.
Do you think your cup run this season has helped you in terms of league form? Has it been a distraction? How have you found balance in the two?
To be honest, I think for us it's the old adage: you take each week as it comes and what 14 players we can get out. So end of the season it's difficult because you've got lots of games at the end. Luckily there's been no midweek ones this year, so I think it's just nice to be here. So we're lucky with this. We've got a shout at the league and another cup final, and it's just nice to be in the mix at the end. So very happy.
Fair play, man. I mean, Wandsworth Borough have scored 16, conceded 3. You guys have scored 11, conceded 4. Do you think it's going to be quite a cagey affair today, or do you think both sides are just going to go hammer and tongs at it?
As I said, we know the Wandsworth Borough lads well. We know Des, the manager. They're a good bunch. It'll be competitive, a little bit feisty, but nothing bad. And we'll have a beer with them at the bar after. How the game goes is a cup final. It's just going to be. It'll come down to small margins, I imagine, as a lot of these things do.
Do you think it'll be? Do you think it'll be defensive organisation or the attacking talent that will make the difference?
I'd like to say the attacking talent, but I think again, given it's a cup final, I've got an awful feeling it'll come. Hopefully, it doesn't come down to someone's mistake.
Yeah.
But a set piece, that sort of close thing. I don't think. As I said, I don't. The pitch. The surface is good. It's not great, so I think there'll be a limit to how much both teams can play football today, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, in terms of keeping it on the
deck?
Yeah. Do you think the wind's going to be a major factor? Because it is pretty breezy.
It's always bloody wind. Oh, I'm allowed to say that. It's always windy at Winchmore. But yeah, that'll be a factor as well. And the slope. You can look at the pitch. It's got a slope. But these are all the fun nuances of amateur football, right? So
of course. Hey, I play for Ibis Eagles, so I know. The pitfalls, the plunges, but the joys of amateur league football.
Guys, I'm going to have to. Can I? Sorry, I've got to.
Yeah, of course.
So a couple of things to the lads.
Of course, man.
So I'm running out of time. So
no,
thanks
take
for
care,
that,
Dave.
And, we'll see you after.
Thank you very much, man. Take care. We've got another interview coming up in just a second from one of the AFA representatives. Sir, I'm going to ask you to stand there for me, and I'm going to get you to introduce yourself to the live audience watching today.
Hello, I'm Robert Hannison. I'm the president of the AFA, and I've got the honour of presenting the trophy today, the first time I've ever done it, and that's who I am. A referee also.
How long have you been refereeing for?
49 years.
God,
Still do it.
Still do it. Hey,
and
still
I've
beating.
refereed Ibis in the past.
How have you found us? Actually, don't answer that. Nah, that's all
I'm
good.
AFA through and through, and it's a great honour to be here today. Especially that we've got two sides from different leagues in the AFA, what we want, really.
I mean, what does it mean to you to have two sides, one from the amateur football combination and one from the Southern Amateur League, coming together and meeting today in a final? What does it mean that it's not just two from the same
That's
the same
the point.
leagues?
From different leagues, the philosophy is pretty similar, but even so, we want both leagues to be strong.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. I'm also chairman of the council, and it's the one thing we want is all our leagues to get stronger. We don't want one league being stronger than the other, which has been a tendency in the past, and I hope that we're reversing that.
So it's kind of all about amateur league football and especially grassroots football in this day and age, just being
pure
strong.
grassroots football, and it's the one thing I would like is the FA really to be thinking when they're talking about grassroots. This is grassroots because these sides. I'm not sure how many sides they run, but many of the sides in the AFA run 6, 7, 8 sides. There's nothing like it throughout the whole country. Yeah. And this is grassroots.
Of course, really of course. And I mean, with us, we're paying to play as well. I mean, I said I play for Ibis Eagles, and I said we pay to play. We're doing it for the love of the game. And do you think the word grassroots is thrown around a little too liberally by those who are just kind of using it almost as a publicity angle? It's like, oh, we're giving to grassroots football, but where is that money really going?
Unfortunately, I think that it's very often thought of maybe young players and teams but grassroots Saturday football, unfortunately, has been declining over a number of years. And in the AFA, the strength of our football is that the sociability of it, that people do stay after a game. They very often travel to a ground. They do travel to games. It's not just going 2 miles, 3 miles down the road. But this is football at its best. And I've been in it for over 49 years, as I say, and I've been in professional football as well. But there's nothing like this, and players can play at any level. They can play at first team level, 8th level, team level, vets now that is very strong.
I mean, how do you think today's match is going to go? I mean, with the sides, you've got Wandsworth Borough, who have scored 16, conceded 3, and Nottsborough, who have scored 11, conceded 4. Do you think it's going to be a tight final, or do you think it's going to be pretty free scoring and both sides are going to go for it?
I think the thing I have in doubt is I'm told that Nottsborough have a lot of injuries and a lot of players missing. That might be crucial. Otherwise, I think it would have been a very tight game.
Yeah.
And again, a final, you never know what it's going to happen on the day. One thing I would say, I'm very, as a referee, it's the referees in our football, the highlight is doing the senior final. And I did mine however many years, 30 odd years ago. And it's still one game I remember more than anything else, whether it be on professional games I've done. But the AFA Cup final, they only get it once. And so it's, and it's a young man doing it today who I've got high hopes of as well.
Fair play. You know what? I'm going to let you go and enjoy it, but thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you so much for your time. That was fine, but thank you so much. Remember, we are here live at the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. We will be kicking off shortly at 2:30. The teams are going to be coming back out soon as well. Remember, at Amateur FA on Twitter, Amateur FA, find them on Facebook as well. Also Instagram at Amateur FA, and the official website is amateur-fa.com. I am Straight Shooting LJA of Pitch Talk. Remember, you can find us at Pitch Talk on Twitter, on Instagram, facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group, join the footballing revolution. We are working so hard to create. Remember, today it is all about that Amateur FA, Amateur Football Alliance Cup Final 2022. Nottsborough FC versus Wandsworth Borough FC. The kickoff will be at 2:30. Time is ticking on, so keep it locked onto this live feed, and we will see you in a few minutes for a rundown of the teams and kickoff. See you guys soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football, dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments,
5 minutes with the G,
the Straight Shooting View,
coaching with JBK. We produce, record and edit video content
and audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor,
Spotify
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram.
Facebook.
And www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
Hey everybody, what is up? Straight Shooting LJA here for the AFA Cup Final 2022. Both sides coming out right now. Wandsworth Borough versus Nottsborough. Should be a very, very interesting game coming up today. So both sides, just to give a quick rundown of each side's run to the final. Wandsworth Borough started in the first round beating Old Aloysians, beating Old Aloysians 5-0 in the first round. Second round, they beat Belonians 4-0. Third round, Old Suttonians were beaten 1-0 by Wandsworth Borough. In the quarterfinal, they beat Old Hamptonians by 3-2. In the semi-finals, they beat Civil Service 3-1. So that's Wandsworth Borough's run to the final. And also Nottsborough's run to the final. First round beat Old Thorntonians by 2-1. In the second round, beat Honourable Artillery Company by 3-2. In the third round, beat Old Wokingians 2-0. They beat Old Owens 1-0 in the quarterfinals, and in the semi-finals, Nottsborough beat West Wickham 3-1 after extra time. So, your home team today is Nottsborough, and the away team is Wandsworth Borough. Your referee for today, Elliott Mayer. Assistant referee, Pavlos Anastasi. Assistant referee 2 is Rodney Davies, and your fourth official is CeeMac. We are at Winchmore Hill FC's Pauling Ground, Forge Grove, Winchmore Hill, London N21 3ER. And we are almost ready to go. Here at the Pauling Ground, we are almost ready to go. So we are live at Winchmore Hill FC's Pauling Ground. We've got Wandsworth Borough kicking off from right to left. Sorry, we've got Nottsborough, kicking off from right to left, I should say. And we've got Wandsworth Borough and Okay, so we got apologies for that little error. We've got Nottsborough in blue kicking from left to right. Wandsworth Borough kicking off, going from right to left, and Nottsborough in blue from left to right. Referees ready? And we're ready here on YouTube on the live feed as well, as it's played over to the left-hand side. And unlucky there, straight off for a throw-in to Nottsborough. As mentioned earlier, we are at Winchmore Hill FC's Pauling Ground today. A big thank you to Winchmore Hill for their hospitality. Today, Saturday, April 9th, 2022. Waiting for our thrower to come in, about halfway into Nottsborough's half. Throw in taken. Shouts for a handball there, waved away. That's unlucky. The option was there down the left, but closed down early. We've got Wandsworth Borough coming down their left-hand side, Nottsborough's right. And cut out and defended very, very well there. And the big kick out towards the centre circle. That wind definitely caused an issue, but a good header out there to the right-hand side. Played in quickly by Nottsborough. This is nice passing down their right-hand side. Turns in well. Turns into a bit of trouble, really. That's neatly done. It's a nice ball down the line, down the right-hand side, and seen out very, very well there by Wandsworth Borough, as it's seen out for a goal kick. Both sides starting on the front foot. Both sides definitely starting on the front foot, trying to get that early advantage. In. As we wait for our goal kick to be taken. A very windy day here, as you can probably hear down here at Winchmore Hill today at the Pauling Ground. Swirling wind. Header contested, going up for the second. It's good communication there, but who's going to win this? That's nicely done there as Wandsworth Borough start to take control from the back, building from the back, but that's unlucky. as we've just been attacked by a ball here at the commentary table. Throw in from the right-hand side, just by the centre circle. Oh, they robbed of possession there, and that's neatly done. Turns into the middle, but that's unlucky cut out, and that's a nice little chop back. And the referee has given a free kick for an infringement there. I think Nottsborough might have wanted to take that quickly, but didn't have the chance to. Played out to the left-hand side. He's got options. Go short, further left. Cuts in, that's a nice cut in, but cuts out there, and the referee's given a free kick to Wandsworth Borough. 3 minutes gone, still Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough 0. Here at the Pauling Ground, Winchmore Hills Pauling Ground, 0-0 after 3 minutes so far. Done. Stood up on the right-hand side there. Really needed to stay on his feet, but he's still got him there, and he's passed him. He's not made it. Oh, that's unlucky there. Still kept in by Wandsworth Borough and cleared away towards the centre circle. And played back to the goalkeeper, Ben Lancaster. That's nicely done there. There's the option out on the right, but not used. And it's got there fortuitously. That's a nice cut inside there. So number 11, Dan Barber. That's unlucky. So we've got a tasty free kick on the right-hand side as Nottsborough see it. Their right, Wandsworth's left. It's a good opportunity here, potentially from about 20 to 25 yards out. It's a nice angle for a left footer to maybe swing in a curler. As Wandsworth Borough get organised on the far post. You got Aaron Wallace to take this for Nottsborough. It's a decent ball in! And on the volley, oh, that is unlucky. And Wandsworth Borough will be counting their lucky stars that didn't go in. Wandsworth Borough very much will be counting their lucky stars that one didn't go in. Any sort of deflection or touch could have taken that. But an early scare. 5 minutes gone. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough 0. But Nottsborough with the big chance of the game so far, not taken. I think it was Kai Beck who actually, their number 7, who actually got the final touch to put it over. Well. That's nice. It's well contested in the air there, but now Nottsborough have time to play it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Ben Lancaster. And a big kick out towards the left-hand side. Just outside the centre circle, but out for a throw-in. Throw-in on Nottsborough's left-hand side, taken down the line, just inside the left-hand channel. Goes back out to the left, and that's a nice little dummy there. Can he get the cross in? Easily cut out by a goalkeeper with his feet. Wandsworth Borough's goalkeeper, Matt Glover there. And that's neatly done. It's unlucky. And that is a throw-in to Wandsworth Borough on their left-hand side in the full-back position. Almost trying to box them in there. Nottsborough trying to box Wandsworth Borough in, and they've succeeded at that as well. They've won the ball back off Wandsworth's throw-in, but that's unlucky. Throw-in from the Wandsworth Borough left-hand side, one back eventually. Has the option to go back to his keeper, but you can hear that real swirling wind here. Which is why I think both teams are trying their best to keep it on the deck. And that's a lovely ball through on the inside left-hand channel. And he's being stood up now. And that's that's unlucky. Just cut in, but not enough on the pass, but closed down very, very well there by James Bassnett. Very, very good closing down there. But Denzel Unlove was away there. It's just the pass inside just wasn't incisive enough. As we wait here for Nottsborough to take their throw-in down there, right flank, which has seen a lot of action so far. It's nearly done, it's unlucky. And off for a throw-in once again to Wandsworth Borough. What will they do with this? Going straight down the line. Bit of jockeying for position there, nothing foul. No foul given, referee didn't give it, and that's neatly done. And seen out. No, he's trying to see it out. Tried to see it out, but didn't have enough on the ball there. And that's nicely done. We've got James Fitzgibbon. He's still got time. Still got time. That's a very good option played out to the left-hand side. And unlucky there. Flashed across by Aaron Wallace. Popping up on that left-hand side there. That's unlucky. As Wandsworth Borough's manager claiming for something on Denzel Unlove earlier. Up against Kane Packer there. That's definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch in these early stages. Denzel Unlove against Kane Packer. It's a very good battle there. We're down on the right-hand side as it goes all the way back to Wandsworth Borough's goalkeeper, Matt Glover. It's a big kick, just bounces over the centre circle, and Nottsborough dealing with it well, and the ref's given against Nottsborough for 2 hands in the back. So this is now an opportunity for Wandsworth Borough to build up. Will they go back stick? They got the big men going towards the edge of the box. Let's see if Nottsborough set up on the edge and go no further, but yeah. It's definitely a good idea from Mishra to play that back stick with the big man at the back, trying to knock it back in across the box. We saw the low equivalent of that a couple of minutes ago from Nottsborough, just flashing it across the box as the goal kick is taken. He's going to contest that just over the centre circle, and that's a nice ball. And Denzel Unlove, he's got a chance to run at Kane Packer. Packer stands him up. He's done. Ooh, Denzel gets the shot off, and unlucky from Unlove there. It's an opportunity. It's definitely an opportunity for Wandsworth Borough there. And as said, it's that left-hand side for Wandsworth Borough that they're finding joy. Denzel Unlove against Kane Packer. As said, it's one to watch. It's definitely a well-contested battle there. So Denzel Unlove, Wandsworth Borough's number 11, against Kane Packer, Nottsborough's number 12, and Unlove, and that's very, very neatly done. And played out wide. This is lovely football. Can they get the ball in? Yes, they can. Far post. And stood up. And what a block there. It's a fantastic block. I mean, Joe Barwick must have thought he was in right there. But what a fantastic block. It really needed to be. Because I think Lancaster in that Nottsborough goal was beaten. He looked beaten all heads up with that ball going over. Corner ball here. Corner ball. What can Wandsworth Borough do with this? Not flicked on at the near post. And Nottsborough trying to get it away, but can't! And just off the line and headed wide. Oh, as Ben Lancaster picks up that ball, and that's a big kick out. Deliberately down the left-hand channel, just over the halfway line. Not really many options around. He's going to have to switch. And it's come out to Dan Barber. And Dan Barber, that's a great ball through the middle. And the keeper's come out. And he's done enough there. Matt Glover doing enough there. Against Harry Sclav, he's done enough just to put him off and pull it wide. There's been chances at both ends so far. There have been chances. Wandsworth Borough looking at probably the most presentable. Couple of blocks in, one cleared off the line. Not the greatest kick. The wind kind of took it a bit. You've got Fitzgibbon winning stuff in the middle, but now it's breaking down Wandsworth Borough's left. Oh, tried to cut it through to Denzel Unlove. Just couldn't quite manage it. And that's a closed down clearance there. And, oh, it looked like Nottsborough were in trouble there, but they closed that down very, very well. Trying to play out from the back. Packer, oh, he's taking a bit of a gamble. Taking a few gambles at the back there. Nottsborough trying to play it out, but they've gotten away with it so far. They have gotten away with it so far. And it's a throw in to Nottsborough to be taken by Kane Packer. Is he going to look down the line at Jamie Fitzgibbon? He's going to look further down the line. There are hands there. Definitely were hands there, and that's well stood up by Wandsworth Borough's number 3, Lewis Watson. Very well stood up there at fullback, and he's surprised they actually won that throw. That's nicely done. Flicked on. Okay, and the referee has called it for hands in the back on Joe Barwick. It's a big kick. Once again, it's Unlove and Packer on that left-hand side for Wandsworth Borough. I think Wandsworth Borough seeing that as their real outlet there through Denzel Unlove, and Packer, he's gonna have to be on his game. Really is gonna have to be on his game down that left-hand channel. He's very much being kept on his toes, being kept honest. Ball played down the line, headed in rather than out, and that's cleared away. They have time to play this one. Time to play this one around. That's neatly done into the centre circle and played down the middle. Ooh, if his touch was better there, but that's well defended and carried out. And and once again attempting to release Unlove down the left. I think Wandsworth Borough definitely have identified that as a problem area, but this is neatly done by Nottsborough. Can they get the cross in? He skinned him. But that's a nice sliding tackle there, and Fitzgibbon picks it up on the right-hand side. He's got no support short, so he's going to have to beat his man if he wants to get a cross or a shot in. He's played it into the middle, and that's unlucky. Oh, it's a good save. Keeper's seen it very, very late. Sean Gavin there with the shot. Almost seemed to catch Matt Glover kind of unawares. Not sure if the wind had anything to do with it. But we are seeing storm clouds above us. Definitely are seeing the clouds forming above us. Hopefully they'll move along, because there's nothing to see here apart from the Amateur Football Alliance Senior Cup Final 2022. And that's a great ball in. Oh, unlucky. And just stabbed out. Just stabbed out there for a throw into Nottsborough. Our son very much in and out today. It's nicely done down the right-hand side, but unlucky there for Nottsborough. Nottsborough settling for the corner. Nottsborough settling for a corner here. What can they do against Wandsworth Borough? Wandsworth Borough look generally like a slightly bigger team. Oof, well headed out at the near post there. You got Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon standing up his man, and that's a great block there by Pat Murray. Wandsworth Borough's number 13, Pat Murray. Great block there. This corner to be swung in again, left-footed, another in-swinger. Oh, shouldn't have gotten further than the near post, but it did. But blasted over by Kai Beck there, and the referee has given another corner. This succession of corners, can Nottsborough make this count? They've had the most presentable opportunity directly from a set piece anyway. But let's see what Nottsborough can do from this corner. Opportunities are coming. They are coming at both ends. As the old saying goes, possession means nothing without penetration, and neither do opportunities either, and that's straight out. The wind's definitely had a part to play in that one. The in-swinger just swung straight in and out. 18 minutes gone. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough FC 0. Down here at Winchmore Hills Pooling Ground for the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Both teams have had presentable chances, but still no goals as of yet. Wandsworth Borough with probably the most presentable chance of the game so far. There, a couple of Wandsworth players getting in each other's way, but once again it's Packer against Dunlove, that battle, and that's neatly headed on. Ooh, and that's very cool, calm and collected there from Tom Everington, heading back to his goalkeeper Ben Lancaster. Very cool, calm and collected there, but Joe Barwick in there, the big man, big number 7, the captain, with that little knock on. Lancaster with a big kick there. Almost reaching the edge of the box just straight away, but right back through to Glover in the Wandsworth Borough goal. And that's a big, hopeful one down the line there. And right back through. And can't pick it up from there, but keeper's done well under ensuing pressure. Out for a throw in on the left-hand side by the centre circle, throw into Wandsworth Borough. On the line there, and that's nicely done, nicely turned around there. Hooked away down the left-hand side again. All a bit congested down the left there. I think we'll see a free kick to Wandsworth Borough here. So they're going to load the box. Wandsworth Borough looking to load the box here. I mean, keep an eye on Joe Barwick, the big man, the skipper. He's definitely one who's looks very accomplished in the air. So they'll probably be trying to target him. Well, the number 5, Dean Taylor, up from the back as well. Oh, and almost an own goal there in trying to clear it. Very, very fortunate not to put into his own net there. Nottsborough at times struggling with the sheer height that Wandsworth Borough do have. Ball in, didn't make it further than the near post there. Always good to have a man on the near post just for clearances like that. Throw in taken by Mishra. No, Mishra hands it off to Lewis Watson. Lewis Watson, Wandsworth Borough's number 3. So throw in, it's that unloved Packer rivalry once again coming to the fore. And Wandsworth Borough now have time as it goes to their goalkeeper, Matt Glover. Remember, still 0-0 here, 21.5 minutes gone between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough FC. That ball gets played over the centre circle. Nottsborough just winning those little 50-50s there when they need to. And Fitzgibbon again trying to get forward. Oh, and Packer, he's been robbed of it by Unlove down the left. And this is neatly done by Barwick. Where's Barwick going? Plays inside to Mishra. Is Mishra going to have a shot there? No. It's neatly done. And Mishra gets it back on the edge of the box. Oh, what can he make of it? Nothing, unfortunately. But that was lovely, a lovely interchange of play down the centre of the park. And it all started with Unlove and Packer once again just, and I don't mean to keep harping on it, but that really is where these attacks are going from Wandsworth Borough. They're all starting down their left-hand side, Nottsborough's right. And it's a real battle between winger and fullback there. Very nice interchange of play. Good hold-up play from Joe Barwick as well, playing that one inside. And Mishra and Basnet, some lovely interchanging of play there. Played out short. Neatly done by Everington. Oh, it's not the greatest of clearances, but fortunately finds a Nottsborough player. As Nottsborough trying to play out from the back. They know the wind is a factor. They're trying to play out. And played all the way down onto the right wing. Oh, it's more up than out, but it is out just about. From Nottsborough there. Fitzgibbon takes it inside on the right-hand side for Nottsborough. That's neatly done. Patient build-up play from Nottsborough. Spread out to the right-hand side. Oh, it's unlucky. Just a bit too much on it. Just a little bit too much on it. A little bit too much on it. Otherwise, Nottsborough could have been in there. Big goal kick, but you can see it's hanging in the air because of the wind. We are feeling little spots of rain here, but it's that wind and well up there as well. And Packer in on the second. Everington in on the first for Nottsborough. As Nottsborough win that back again. He's held on to it for a while there. Sean Gavin. It's very nicely done by Nottsborough playing that across to the left-hand side. On the inside channel, oh, that's a risky ball. Very risky ball, but can Gavin, what can he find here? Packers on his bike at right back. He's on his bike, he was hoping for it, but as the storm clouds gather around us on a cold and windy day here at Winchmore Hills Pooling Ground. Still 0-0 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough. Apologies for the wind. It really is a swirling wind. Really is a swirling wind around here today. That ball once again hangs in the air a bit as Kai Beck tries to keep it in. He gets the throw. Did well to get that throw as Wandsworth Borough win it back in their left back position, but they've surrendered it again, and the ref has given that to Nottsborough. So a chance for Nottsborough to potentially use the wind to their advantage and maybe hanging a long crossfield ball towards the 18-yard box of Wandsworth Borough, maybe cause them a problem. It's a real opportunity here for Nottsborough to get something into the box. As Aaron Wallace again taken, his delivery was very good, resulted in Nottsborough's most presentable opportunity so far in this game. And I think Beck is ruled offside there. But Wallace's delivery. As this goal kick is about to be taken by Matt Glover. Remember, this is the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. That ball's not getting much further than halfway. It's that wind is really a factor in this half. Working against Wandsworth Borough more than anything. Neatly done by Wallace. Yeah. Fitzgibbon with the touchdown. A little elaborate, but got the job done. And that's nicely done. And away we go again with another long one from Nottsborough, using that wind to their advantage. Why not? Coming back from an offside position. There. James Bassnett. Would have been potentially a good ball otherwise, but coming back from an offside position, and the linesman did see it early. Here we are again, another potentially long ball there from, where is Ben Lancaster going to go for Nottsborough? No, he's not going long, he's gone short. He has gone short there. There's one back inside from the centre circle. Nice ball out to the fullback position. Oh, just a bit too much on it. But the idea is definitely there. To get Kane Packer on his bike, he does like to get forward. Whenever he gets the opportunity, he's got to watch Unlove though. He's been giving him issues throughout this game. It's neatly done there by Beck. And it spreads out. Oh, that's unlucky. It's a good challenge there. Wandsworth Borough trying to play their way out and spread to the right-hand side, but it's just that wind. Very difficult to judge those aerial balls with this wind. And that's neatly done. Wandsworth on the counter-attack, but breaks down pretty quickly inside the centre circle. Lancaster goes short again to the left-hand side in that full-back channel. Played back inside to the right. And they're looking, and Kane Packer's on his bike again on the right-hand side. He's doing a great job of giving that width down the right. But it does leave gaps. It does leave gaps in. If he doesn't have his head on a swivel, could leave his side in a bit of trouble as Nottsborough patiently play out from the back, played down to the left-hand side, carried over the halfway line. That's a nice ball inside, nice idea, but cut out by Wandsworth Borough, who kind of saw it coming, almost telegraphed, really. And a free kick given a little too much there in trying to win the ball back from Nottsborough. Just a little too much. 29.5 minutes gone, still 0-0 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough in this AFA Cup, Senior Cup Final 2022 edition. Still at 0-0 after 29.5 minutes. Thank you to those on the YouTube feed, Amateur FA TV. Thank you to those listening. You are listening to the voice of Straight Shooting LJA, representing Pitch Talk here on live commentary on the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Wandsworth Borough, a few yards, about 10 yards inside their own half to take this free kick. They might launch it long. Looks like they are. They've got a few men on the edge of the box there. Yeah, they have gone long. Fitzgibbon here after the clearance. It's a bit of a risky ball inside, but it's nicely done. Nottsborough have done well with that one. Trying to play down that left-hand channel, make the left-hand channel work for them, as Wandsworth Borough have done on the other side. But cut out. They've got it back again, and they now have a free kick. Could the ref have let that one go? Maybe not. Fitzgibbon, he had his back. He had his back to goal. Could he have let it go? Maybe not. But another chance for Nottsborough to play a high ball towards the edge of the box with Aaron Wallace. It looks like he might play it to the edge of the box again. No, he's not. Nottsborough going for the patient approach, playing short down their left-hand side, trying to play nicely down the line. Oh, and that's just a misstep there, and that's unlucky. Just couldn't get it under control. Bit of a misstep. As Wandsworth Borough in their right back position with the throw down the line. Knocked on by their captain Joe Barwick. It's going all the way back. All that ball's got a bit of a bounce to it. And Lancaster's done very well to deal with that, but he has presented it right back. Oh, and very unlucky there. James Bassnett saw Lancaster off his line after what wasn't the greatest clearance in the world. An opportunity, another presentable opportunity for Wandsworth Borough. Opportunities few and far between so far in this first 32 minutes. But Wandsworth Borough, on the balance of things, have had the most presentable chances, including that one just there. As Nottsborough's number 4, Sean Gavin, just saying it's not good enough. They need to pick it up, and Nottsborough really do need to pick it up if they're going to create more opportunities other than those from set pieces, really. Well, one in the air, Nottsborough really trying to win it in the air early, but going up for the first and seconds. And Unlove, that's a lovely ball there. Oh, that's just unlucky. Played out to the left-hand side to Pat Murray. Just a bit too much on it from Unlove. The fullback getting caught on the inside there. So Wandsworth Borough are dangerous on that counter-attack. They really are. Nottsborough sometimes struggling to deal with them. It's neatly done again by Wandsworth Borough, but lucky. As there's the press on to the centre back. That's very good pressing there, and it is causing issues. And the referee, I think, has given that to Wandsworth Borough. He's giving the offside to Wandsworth Borough. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Amateur FA Senior Cup Final 2022 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough FC. 0-0 here so far. No goals, but the most presentable opportunities going so far to Wandsworth Borough of the AFC, the Amateur Football Combination, up against Nottsborough of the Southern Amateur League. 2 affiliate leagues of the Amateur Football Alliance. Throw in to come from Nottsborough's left. What can they do with it? Lewis Watson with that throw in. Has it back again. It's a good low ball in. Maybe could have left it for his goalkeeper there, but unlucky. As Nottsborough look to build from the back, going down the full-back position, and unlucky. Tried to play it to Kai Beck, but a bit too much on it. Bit too much on it for Beck to make anything of it. Could have been an opportunity for a break there. What can Wandsworth do with this one? They've got another one, Lewis Watson, to take this. Wandsworth Borough's number 3, Lewis Watson. That's nicely played in. Oof. There we go. Sean Gavin, the number 4, trying to pull the strings, but again, unlucky there. Just didn't put enough on it. And that's neatly headed into the left-hand channel. And the fullback struggling with it. Has to be covered. Has to be really covered there. But Nottsborough trying to make something happen from their left-hand channel, as Wandsworth Borough have been doing to them throughout this first half. Clearances ricocheting everywhere as Nottsborough have it. And that's Wallace. That's a good ball and great control. Unlucky. Fizzed in. Can they get... Oh, he's called for it. Oh. Packer stood up by Unlove. It happens there. Beck trying to get on Unlove as well, but played out. He's got time there for a touch. Goes out once again to that left-hand channel. Nottsborough identifying that as their potential area of joy. It's kind of ironic, both sides trying to exploit their left-hand sides in terms of attacking. Playing inside, Sean Gavin, nicely done. And there's a shot, there's an opportunity there. But unlucky, James Taylor firing over for Nottsborough there. So 36.5 minutes gone, still 0-0 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough here, the AFA Cup Final, Senior Cup Final 2022. Still 0-0, no goals as of yet. But you sense one will come. You definitely sense one will come. Both sides trying to exploit their left-hand channels. That's neatly done. Well won in the air by Joe Barwick. Nottsborough did call for offside there. Not sure they would have gotten it. Another opportunity. Another opportunity from their left-hand side there for Wandsworth Borough in that attacking winger position. What can Lewis Watson do with this throw? It's neatly done. But Mishra, he's miskicked it, but Aaron Wallace to clear down the line, tried to get the Fitzgibbon, but just couldn't quite make it there. And that's neatly done down the left-hand channel, down the line. Whoa, I mean, Barwick was bang on it. But then, so was Sean Gavin as well. Corner ball to Wandsworth Borough. What can Wandsworth Borough do from this? They're going to load, looks like they are going to load the box. They've got their centre-backs coming up. They do have their centre-backs coming up, so they are looking to attack it for sure. You've got Barwick, the big number 7 there. Got James Bassnett on the back stick. Well, coming into the middle now, but can he win the second header as well? It's unlucky. Another corner. It's yet another corner there. Coming off of Harry Sclav. Did well to stand up his man. Mishra looks like he's going to come over and take the corner. Mishra in the corner, and it's gone in! Oh, but it's been ruled offside. Well, that's the... Well. There we go there. Looked like it was in from my vantage point, but it's just flown straight over. As we see the replay here, Mishra's initially looked like it was in. Saw that net ripple as we're back to live action here. As Nottsborough trying to build up again. Sean Gavin really trying to pull the strings there. Doesn't seem happy. So he just really wants his lads to kind of come short and give him some options. Sean Gavin, the number 4 for Nottsborough. Nottsborough again trying to exploit down that left-hand side, and then that's very neatly done to Aaron Wallace, the number 3, but he's been flagged for offside. Nottsborough trying to build up patiently, but at times there just aren't the options. As you can see at times, Sean Gavin, their number 4 for Nottsborough, just getting a bit frustrated at his teammates. Understandably so, he's looking for movement, looking to pull the strings there. And Unlove, that's a very nice touch, but well cut out. Ooh, and the referee has given that for a foul on Dan Barber. Definitely was contact, never was a foul, but Nottsborough played out to the left-hand side. Again, in that full-back position, played down the line. Is he going to go one more down the line? Oof. Very fortunate to get that free kick there. Very, very fortunate. Harry Sclav fortunate to get that free kick, in my opinion. Sam Webb playing that ball inside. It's a bit of a risky one, but Webb gets it back. Can't play it all the way back to his goalkeeper. And look, that guy's on their bike. Right there to go and get it. But that's very nicely done, Barber. Oh, Barber tried to play it out wide. That's well contested. Should go back to the keeper without much trouble. Got time for a touch, is he? It was a bit of a heavy touch. The goalkeeper did well in the end. It's a bit of a heavy touch at first, but Wandsworth Borough have the throw on their right-hand side, about 2/3 of the way into the Nottsborough half. Very presentable. Straight into the middle. And Sean Gavin again trying to pull those strings there. Wandsworth Borough with another opportunity, potentially looking to load up the box. You can see Barwick in there. That's who they're trying to aim for. There's a big presence there. More up than out with that clearance. Mishra winning it in the air. But Wallace to Beck, and Beck running through the middle. That's that looked a good tackle there to me. And coming back from an offside position was James Bassnett. So the referee pulls it back as his linesman flags for offside. Free kick to Nottsborough, about halfway inside their own half. Webb carries it out to the left-hand side, plays a long one down the left, trying to look for Aaron Wallace, but cut out as Wandsworth Borough again tried to counter-attack. It's more of a hopeful ball, and that's a lovely knock-on. It's Packer versus Unlove again. Who will win the battle this time? Unlove's gotten the better of him. Was looking for the shot, but played it wide. Fitzgibbon. That's very neatly done there. To Taylor. That's a very nice ball in. Beck, will he have the shot? He was being held there, but is he going to get his shot off? He's still got it, Beck. Kai Beck, he's all on his own and tries the trickery and slips over on it, but he had no support at all. Absolutely no support there, so he kind of had to go alone, but we were hoping for him to get a shot off almost. As Nottsborough come down there left again, that's a lovely little flick. Can they make something of it? No, that's a great block. And what a tackle there. That's a lovely tackle. That's what our level of football is all about, those kind of tackles. And that's neatly done now. Wandsworth Borough's right-hand side, feeding it down the line. Held up a little. Mishra on the inside. No, that's cut out there. That's a lovely ball to Beck. His control's a little off. But Fitzgibbon. That's unlucky. Tipped over there. Great attempt from Fitzgibbon. I mean, from defense to attack that quickly there. Lovely little passage of play and just tipped over. Corner ball to Wandsworth Borough. Sorry, to Nottsborough, I should say. It's the Boroughs. It's the Boroughs throwing me off. Corner ball to Nottsborough. What can they do with this? They've been in my view, been largely second best during this first half, Nottsborough. But can they snatch a goal? Glover getting a glove on that one. Well, that's good closing down. And the ref's given a foul. He has given it. He has given it. So we're right on the stroke of half-time here. This might be the last opportunity as we just tick into that 45th minute. Not been much in the way of stoppages, so this may be the final opportunity of the half. Remember, stay with us during the half-time break. We will be having half-time analysis as well. So, Aaron Wallace with this ball in. His one in the first half gave Nottsborough their most presentable opportunity. And the delivery's good, was good, but no one really attacking it as Glover took that into his gloves relatively easily. And he's letting it run. Not the most convincing of clearances, but it did get the job done. We are into stoppage time in this first half. Still 0-0 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough in the AFA Cup Senior Cup Final 2022. Still 0-0 here. Played down the line. Can Mishra keep that in? He can, but Webb plays it against him for a throw-in to Nottsborough. Wallace down the line, and there's the half-time whistle. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough 0. A well-contested first half. On the balance of play, you'd have to say Wandsworth Borough have been the better side. They've had the more presentable opportunities, but that's not to say Nottsborough haven't had anything from it. An entertaining first half. Tight. There have been opportunities. Both sides looking at their left-hand sides as places for potential opportunities to be carved out. But it is 0-0 at the break. And we will see you for half-time analysis. We will see you guys shortly. Stay on this feed of the Amateur FA, the Amateur Football Alliance. Stay on for the feed. We'll have half-time analysis shortly after these messages. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Hey everybody, Straight Shooting LJA here, welcoming you to the Amateur Football Alliance AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. It's 0-0 at half-time between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough FC. Kind of a tight affair, chances few and far between, but they are coming. And Wandsworth Borough have been, for me, the team on top. You know what? Let us know what you think in the chat on the YouTube feed. Let us know what you think. Who has been the better side so far? Nottsborough or Wandsworth Borough? Who's had the more presentable chances? Let us know on the chat feed. Remember, you can find the Amateur Football Alliance, amateur-fa.com is the official website, at amateurfa on Twitter and Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
As well. Remember, I am representing Pitch Talk as well. Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group, join the footballing revolution. We are working so hard to create. At Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet with us, follow us, see what we are up to. We're also on Instagram. We do podcasts on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and others as well, including Verbal and Anchor and others too. So, this half has been, it's been a cagey one in my opinion, but the chances, they are coming every now and then. But it seems to me like both teams are trying to really exploit their left-hand sides. I mean, we've seen Sam Webb trying to get down the left-hand side. Aaron Wallace as well. Them two doubling up, and Aaron Wallace's delivery has been pretty good from set pieces. But on the left-hand side for Wandsworth Borough, we've seen a really interesting little battle there between Unlove and Packer. That has been a very good little battle. The 11 for Wandsworth Borough and number 12 for Nottsborough. It's been a very good battle there. Hopefully we'll see more of that in the second half, which we have the teams back out for. So we're going to get back on that live commentary and let you guys enjoy that. Remember, let us know what you think of this match on the YouTube feed. There is a chat function. Let us know. Drop us some comments as well. We'll see you in a minute for some live commentary. And we are back here for the second half of the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022 as Nottsborough kicked off. Kai Beck, unlucky, closed down there. Sean Gavin once again trying to pull those strings. Webb having it back again. Nottsborough just trying to get a foot on the ball and get some possession early in the second half. Lancaster kind of can pick his spot here right now. And he has, just over the centre circle, and a bit of a skewed clearance there by Wandsworth Borough. As Wallace back to Webb. Wallace wanted it back. He did call for it back, but Webb decided to go. Webb gets it back again down the left-hand side. Nicely done inside to Gavin. And that's nicely done again to Tom Everington. Everington, he's looking to pick his spot. He really wants to pick his spot. Beck takes it on short. Gavin again, trying to pull those strings. Really trying to pull those strings. Gavin to the left-hand side to the far right-hand side, and that's neatly done. Kai Beck, can he get the cross in? And he hits the side netting there. An opportunity. Very, very presentable opportunity there for Wandsworth Borough. Sorry, for Nottsborough to kick off this half. That was a very, very presentable opportunity there. And it came from patient play. It came from patient play by Nottsborough there. Just going from right to left. Very, very patient there. But can Nottsborough turn the screw and really get a concerted bit of pressure all the way up in the air? Can Wandsworth Borough take advantage of it? They can. And Wallace under a bit of pressure there. And Lancaster did well covering Wallace. It's a very good cover from the goalkeeper. As Wandsworth Borough earn a throw. Nottsborough tried to take advantage of at times with high balls. They tried to take advantage of the wind. Can Wandsworth Borough, with the height advantage they do have, especially up top, with Barwick, with Bassnet, the number 10, they do have a height advantage going forward. Can they take advantage of that? And as you can see, once again, like Denzel Unlove sticking to Kane Packer again. I mean, those two have really been inseparable. You'd say Unlove has been on top, but neither side has scored yet. So in theory, the defense is on top. That's the way I see it anyway. Defense is on top as long as you don't score. And out for a goal kick there. Opportunity for Wandsworth Borough there. Two early opportunities within this first couple of minutes of this second half. But who will blink first? It's a big kick there from Lancaster, but well won in the air by Wandsworth Borough. But Gavin once again, look at the ball, those strings. Wallace, Webb. And Webb goes long down the line, and it's gotten there. And it has gotten there to Harry Sclav. He's not got any support short, and he's trying to beat two men. But that's very well defended there by Wandsworth Borough. And has the referee given the foul? Yes, he has. Now that was an interesting one. He's given a corner. It looked like he'd blown up for a foul. He's blown up for a corner there. And Wallace with this corner in. Delivered high to the back post, but Nottsborough kind of outnumbered there. And that's unlucky. Fired over by Dan Barber. Very interesting one right there. So we've also got here Daryl Ann. If you'd like to introduce yourself, let us know, man. What's going on?
Hello, mate. You're right.
Not too bad. Well, what role do you hold within the AFA? Explain it for the live audience.
I'm the referee development officer. So my job's to recruit, retain, help develop and progress the referees within the AFA.
How have you seen the second half so far, and also the first half in terms of refereeing? There's not been much to do, has there?
There has. He's managed it pretty well. It's been a good game from both sides. Wandsworth looked pretty strong in the first half. Definitely sat down the left-hand side. There's a few fouls, niggly fouls really in the middle that he's managed the expectation of the players. And he's kept a lid on the game. And so far, second half wise, Nottsborough's come out looking pretty strong actually. And you say that down there a minute ago, it was interesting. They gave a corner. It was the assistant referee, the far side, Pavlos, who's indicated that the ball went out over the goal line, given a little foul there for a push and a pull.
Because I think the Wandsworth guys were actually saying about the whole ball might not have gone out. So I think that was where their grievance was. But
yeah, the Pavlos over the other side though, he's on the line. He's got the best view of everyone. He's looking straight across the pitch, and he would have indicated to Elliott that it's gone over the line, and that's why Elliott's given the corner.
And there's the referee's view there from Daryl and the referee development officer for the AFA. Remember, this is the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Mishra to play in this free kick from the left-hand side. Oh, and it's gone right through. I think Fitzgibbon. I think sorry. I think there was a touch. I think there was a touch there, but it went out for a goal kick. But that kind of delivery there. If someone just needed someone to gamble on it more than anything. 52 minutes gone. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough 0 in the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022, and that ball's bounced, gone a long way. And we do have a clash of heads here. Remember, automatically that protocol is that the game must automatically stop on a head injury, or at least a suspected one. Head injury protocol, of course, becoming very, very prevalent and important in the game, crucially over the past few years, so definitely cannot be taken lightly. The referee has instantly stopped play. We're just going to have a little quick stoppage here. We are in the 53rd minute.
Most interesting thing here is that you've got the fit person who's acting as a physio is the injured goalkeeper, and it's taking him a while to get over here just to walk off the other side and have to walk back round now, bless him.
Yeah, he was wrapped up in the kinesiology tape as well earlier. Neil, who we spoke to on the pre-match feed as well. Referee doing his job and controlling the game very well here.
Yeah, quick restart with a drop ball to Nottsborough as they was in possession when the game was stopped due to the head injury. Just clash of heads, so the ball goes straight back to Nottsborough.
Fair play. Thank you for that explanation there, Daryl. The referees, we've got the referee development officer of the AFA here giving the referee's viewpoint as well. It's important context these days, especially if you've listened to the High Performance podcast with Anthony Taylor. You realise how hard a job refereeing is, especially managing expectations too. Webb played out to Sean Gavin. Sean Gavin again pulling those strings to Fitzgibbon. Gives it back to Gavin, but Gavin struggling a little there. Still playing on, and the referee has given his decision. I think for the foul on Gavin there.
Yeah, he's tried to let it play as long as he can. Potential to get it up the wing and go for the advantage. Didn't materialise, so he's obviously given the free kick.
But that is what, to me, that is kind of what you want. A referee that's not going to blow for every little thing. I mean, speaking as a player myself, for Ibis Eagles, I wouldn't want a referee blowing for literally everything. You do want the game to flow a bit, but also as well, I guess the referee's giving himself time to be like, you know what, no advantage came of it, let me blow up, or an advantage could come of it, so let it roll. I mean, is it a case of that, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, he's identified there was a foul there. He's looking, you know, with the way that play has gone throughout the game, he's identified that Nottsborough could potentially get it up the wing with a quick kick. It didn't come, so, you know, after leaving it sort of 3 or 4 seconds, he's blown the whistle and given the free kick because no advantage materialised from it. At the same time, you know, the referee's also taken into account where the free kick is and where they are on the pitch to see whether whether he should really play the advantage from that position. Because, you know, if you're in the defensive, 18-yard area, you're not going to play an advantage from all the way back there.
It's a very good point. That's Fitzgibbon weaving his way through. Probably went one too many, but Fitzgibbon there weaving his way through the middle. Very, very well done.
sub going on here now.
And it looks like Kane Packer who's coming off, which is quite a surprise. I mean, the battle between him and Unlove has been very much a feature of the first half, less so in the second so far, but that's because Nottsborough have been the side on top so far. That's a very interesting substitution.
Haven't caught the number of who come on yet.
So the sub that we've throw in by Wandsworth Borough down there, left-hand side. Well won. Time for a touch there. Not the great. Oof. Looked a little unsure on the clearance there. But Ed Goff is now on for Kane Packer. Ed Goff was the substitute. Ed Goff, Nottsborough's number 2, has come on for number 12, Kane Packer, for those of you keeping score at home. So Ed Goff has came on 56 minutes. 57 and a half minutes gone. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough 0 in the AFA Cup Senior Cup Final 2022. And Wandsworth Borough trying to make their aerial advantage count. They haven't used the wind to their advantage yet. It's a bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other in terms of holding. And Beck had the advantage there. Ooh. I mean, Beck ran from deep. But I think the referee has pulled it back for the earlier infringement, which I called 6 of one, half a dozen of the other personally, but there was holding, and I think the referee has actually called it back for that.
Yeah, from the defensive third, when the kick was played up, the Nottsborough player was backing into him, and there was clear holding from the Wandsworth Borough player.
Yeah.
He's tried to hold it. You see him give the advantage signal. At that point, it didn't materialise, so he tried to be a bit quick on the whistle.
Yeah.
As he's blown the whistle, Kai's ran through.
So lucky, it's a good opportunity there. It's a good opportunity for James Taylor of Nottsborough. Just got up a little early, couldn't direct his header. But another chance. So it's another glimmer of an opportunity for Nottsborough. From a free kick, they kind of were aggrieved to be given at first, just because Kai Beck looked like he was in. But Kai Beck's run was late, it was from deep, and the referee, I think, had already made his mind up that he was going to give for the previous hold-in, as it didn't initially look like that advantage was going to materialise. Sean Gavin there, once again, pulling those strings at DM. It's neatly done. Back to Gavin again on this left-hand side. Webb looking for Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon to Webb. Oh, that's very neatly done by Webb. Very nicely done there. He's done very, very well. At least both guys, can chuckle about it, but the referee does want to have a talk. I mean, there was nothing malicious in it. It was one, but he did catch him. Didn't complain about it. Both of them got up smiling. So I think the referees kind of bared that in mind, but did want to give a little bit of a talking to there.
It's one of them when you got to have a quick word with him.
Yeah.
And then if anything else does pop up in the game later on, he's already had a chat with him. It's Wallace with that kick in, by the way. Apologies, Daryl. We've got Kai Beck. That's gone out.
And that's gone out. Wallace again. Wallace's delivery has caused issues for Wandsworth at times. His delivery is actually pretty good, but just not been able to take advantage of it, Nottsborough yet.
Yeah, it's that final third. They've just got to materialise in it, really. Kai's had a couple of opportunities up front, the number 7, especially in the first half, and they just couldn't capitalise on it.
I mean, that's kind of been the story. That's kind of been the story for both sides so far, really. I mean, the chances have come, especially, I said, in that first half with Wandsworth Borough having one cleared off the line. It's like the chances have come, just not been taken yet.
That's it, yeah. It's one of those games.
Sean Gavin to Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon played out wide to Goff. Goff to Fitzgibbon again. I mean, Jamie Fitzgibbon is starting to get a little more into the game now. Was it Jamie Fitzgibbon, the 14 for Nottsborough, starting to get more into the game? You're seeing You're seeing Webb spraying passes out to the left to Aaron Wallace. You really, I mean, look at that. Fitzgibbon there again. And Goff, tried to get it back to Beck, but just couldn't make it.
Still.
And we're still in play. This Goff to the edge to Gavin. I thought Gavin would have took that first time, but Fitzgibbon battling there, and Unlove battling there as well for Wandsworth Borough.
Some real good battling going on here. Great.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, there is, I mean, that was very presentable. But as you said, Darryl, it is a case of where Nottsborough, if they can get it right in that final third, chances are coming.
They are, yeah. Got another quick sub going on here for Nottsborough by the looks of it. Number 8's come off.
Yeah, Nottsborough have made a change. I can't actually see from our vantage point who's come on.
Number 15.
Joe Tutty is now on. Joe Tutty, number 15, he is now on. And Aaron Wallace, he's got Unlove pressing him. He's done well there. Done very well to clear that one out. Wandsworth Borough with a throw. Mishra asking for it. Gets it. Plays it down the left-hand side to Unlove, who plays it back inside. And that's nicely done down Wandsworth Borough's left. That's very nicely done there. Can he get the cross in? And that's unlucky. Hit wide. But Wandsworth Borough not out of this. Not out of this yet. Not yet by a long shot.
Both teams are still well in it. It's very even game of football so far.
Definitely.
It can go any way, including 2 extra time penalties.
Yeah. I was joking in the pre-game show. Hopefully extra time and penalties. But 63 minutes gone. Still 0-0 between Nottsborough and Wandsworth Borough FC in the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. You are listening to Straight Shooting LJA of Pitch Talk and Mr. Darryl and the Referee Development Officer of the Amateur Football Alliance on this live feed on YouTube as Denzel Unlove down the right-hand side. No, unlucky. He switched wings. Looking to have a bit more joy potentially. And Webber's done very, very well there. Up against 2 for Wandsworth Borough. He's done very, very well there.
Excuse me, do you mind holding my microphone while I remove this flag?
As you can see, a beautiful shot of a flag. Obscure in the view, but this is grassroots football right here. Mishra nicely done in, and Unlove has been flagged offside by the linesman on this near side. Lancaster looks like he was looking to get the game going again quickly, but as you see the replay of Darryl taking care of that corner flag, it's a grassroots level. We haven't got assistance here. Play it back. What can Webb do? He plays it back to Lancaster, and that's very, very well done there. With Barwick breathing down his neck there. Had to get it right. Lancaster with the big kick. Beck up. And Beck up again. Wins the second one against Lewis Watson.
Kai's just gone in for the second header then and just caught the other player's head. Another clash of heads there.
So we'll have another break in
play. He got it in the nose actually, by the looks of it.
Is there any claret coming out? Can't see from our vantage point. I don't think there is.
No, I think he's all right.
Yeah. We know the ref would have told him to switch shirts if there was any blood. Denzel Unlove is on this right-hand side. There is an opportunity for a big switch here for Wandsworth Borough if they want to do it. You've got Unlove in acres of space. He is waiting for it. Aaron Wallace keeping an eye on him. He's got his head on a swivel, but this is neatly done. Beck played inside to Fitzgibbon. Can Fitzgibbon get the shot off? It's a lovely touch and a lovely shot and a great block. And Wallace picking up that second ball on the left-hand side. Couldn't quite get the cross in. Couldn't get it to Fitzgibbon either. And that's Tutty. And that's Gavin. Gavin plays it out to the right to Goff. Goff inside to Gavin again. This is nice, patient play from Nottsborough. Willing to take their time. Gavin really pulling those strings again. I hate to keep harping on it, but he is. Webb, that's neatly done, but unlucky. And now he's got to get back in position early. He has got cover, and he's done very well there, Webb, to break that attack down. Gavin, right round to James Taylor. Gavin again. Wallace, Joe Tutty picks that one up. This is very patient build-up play from Nottsborough. Down their right-hand side with Gavin. Goff, back to Gavin again on the right-hand side. Almost wanted the big switch there, Tutty. Down to Goff. Can Goff get that cross in? Oh, it's all a bit tight there. Got the cross in. And that's neatly done. Well defended again by Wandsworth Borough. Oh, and taking a bit of a gamble there, Tom Everington. But he's done very well. Webb back to his goalkeeper. This game's starting to stretch a bit at times. I mean, Wandsworth Borough could conceivably catch Nottsborough on the counter-attack. This game is far from over. 67 minutes gone.
In some way, maybe he's from where he made contact on the head.
Yeah.
Might have a bit of blood there. Elliott's just stopped the game and got him to go off.
Hoping that isn't the end of Kai Beck's game, because he has been a live wire. Really,
yeah, we got the roll on, roll off subs today, haven't we? So
yeah,
opportunity for him to come back on still. He's a key player in the Nottsborough team. So hopefully it's off for a couple of minutes, get himself sorted out, and then back on and back in the game.
Yeah, we've experienced it a lot at SAL, Southern Amateur League level, with the roll-on, roll-off subs. A basic explanation is that you can sub someone off, similar to five-a-side. You can actually sub someone off and then sub them back on a couple minutes later if you wanted to, just to keep fresh legs on and that kind of thing. It was originally brought in as an FA trial.
It was
in the affiliate leagues, including Southern Amateur League and Amateur Football combination. So it's been very, very useful, actually. If you've got the subs to do it, it's very, very useful. Speaking of subs, we've seen Wandsworth Borough.
Possible double sub here for Wandsworth.
Looks like Dean Taylor off.
Oh no, just one.
We've seen Dean Taylor, the number 5, come off. And we've got... Can't actually see.
Number 8. Am I looking at that right?
Yeah. Number 8, who I think is Johnny Denham on. No time there. Andy Miller with the throw-in inside to Mishra. He's kind of run into a cul-de-sac there, and he's had the ball taken off him. And Nottsborough had the opportunity to counter-attack here, and they're trying to. Gavin wanting to release it early, but just couldn't. Otherwise, he would have released it into trouble. Webb, you got Wallace there. Fitzgibbon. He's done well to win that free kick there. He knew the contact was coming, drew the foul. That's experienced play right there from Fitzgibbon. Drawing his man in. It's very experienced play. That's some good stuff right there. But Nottsborough really trying to turn defence into attack quickly and catch Wandsworth Borough. They're willing to do that. They're also playing the patient build-up at times as well. So just a couple of feet into Wandsworth Borough's half. And we have a substitution here. Wandsworth Borough's number 10, James Bassnett, coming off. That's James Bassnett coming off. And coming on, remember, it is roll-on, roll-off sub, so Bassnett could be back on at some point. We'll be mindful of that. Fitzgibbon receives it from Webb. And that's neatly done by Fitzgibbon. Is he going to go for the shot? It's unlucky, curled wide. But it was an opportunity there. There was an opportunity there. Mason Ferris is the man who has come on for James Bassnett, by the way.
Tried to stop that shot. It's just maybe too much of a fresh legs to keep up with him.
I mean, Fitzgibbon there, that little run, that little touch and run, was very, very well done. As we creep into the 71st minute of this game, still goalless here at Winchmore Hill FC's Paulin Ground, the venue of the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. We're still 0-0 here after 71 minutes. Nottsborough 0, Wandsworth Borough FC 0. SAL versus AFC in this one. Southern Amateur League versus Amateur Football Combination. Nothing to choose between the two sides at this moment in time. It's well closed down there as Wandsworth Borough try and spring a quick attack down their left-hand side, and that's very well defended. Very well defended by Ed Goff there on the right-hand side for Nottsborough, left-hand side for Wandsworth Borough. As Wandsworth Borough, maybe a long throw here. Well, not the longest, but did still slip through, but the referee has given. I think that was Joe Barwick that was actually given against the number 7, the Wandsworth Borough skipper. So Webb carried out from left back position, left centre back position that is, trying to play through. Again, Nottsborough trying to play their way through, just coming down the right hand side. Neatly done by Goff. Coming back, Webb. He's got Gavin in front of him. He's got Fitzgibbon in front of him as well, more importantly. Nothing really coming short for him. Looked like he wanted the short ball. Played down the right-hand side to Goff. That's unlucky. That's very unlucky there. We have a corner ball here. See Wandsworth Borough trying to get everybody back for it. Trying to get everybody back, including Joe Barwick. They have got that size advantage. What can Nottsborough do from this? Can they make something of it? They've got that cluster of players near the penalty spot. That cluster will probably break as soon as the ball is played. But it's Aaron Wallace again. Can he get the delivery right? That's a great ball in. Oh, flashed across the face. Nobody attacking it. Nobody gambling. I mean, all you needed is just someone to gamble and get a solid touch on it, and they put it in. Still 0-0 here after 74 minutes, creeping into the 74th minute. Still 0-0.
Had a appeal there for a potential penalty. Just watched the replay, but didn't show anything.
Yeah, I mean there was
coming together in the box, and then
Exactly.
Nottsborough players come worse off.
I mean, this is a game you wouldn't want to see decided by a soft penalty.
Absolutely not.
Really
No, you know, it's one of them. You know, for a referee to give a penalty. Oh, silly there.
Oh, it's good.
So
I could get a little touchy there.
There's one there to watch. You know, he's just not been awarded a penalty. He's gone in slightly late. They're going to get a bit frustrated. Well in. Good challenge there.
Now Wandsworth Borough playing themselves into a bit of trouble there.
Goal kick.
Wandsworth Borough played themselves into a little bit of trouble there. I mean, just taking unnecessary risks, and Matt Glover looked a little rattled there. Looked a little rattled after what was done to him. But I think it was James Taylor. Who unnecessarily went in and barged Glover, and it really did seem to unsettle him a bit.
Yeah, Elliott's having a quick word with the Nottsborough skipper there, just to warn him about the late one on the keeper. No need for it.
Of course. I mean, to me that's good refereeing. I mean, he's gone in and been like, okay,
being
cool,
proactive.
Calm it down.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing that, rather than letting it go, and then it's like, oh wait, hold on a minute.
Absolutely, you know, proactive refereeing is the best way. You know, same as you don't want the game to be decided by a soft penalty, and you don't want any silly cards to have to be dished out during a game. A game that's being well contested by both teams, and the players are respecting each other and getting on with the game.
Exactly. I mean, it's not been that niggly kind of game. I mean, both clubs have carried themselves very well in this game and tried to play it the right way, tried to carve out chances. You haven't seen anybody trying to dive and win stuff or anything like that. It's been very well contested. A couple of meaty tackles in the first half as well. So it's been very, very well contested, this game. Hopefully you guys on the YouTube feed have enjoyed this. 76 minutes, no goal so far. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game. And that's neatly done by substitute there, but that's very, very well done. Played into Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon down the line. That's very nicely done. Tutty plays it across, but it's a risky one to Goff, but they've got it through. Ended up getting it through down their right-hand side as Goff settles for a throw-in.
Yeah, the last break we had a couple of subs made, one from each team, and noticed that Kai had come back on, so you know, did have any blood. He's obviously got rid of that now, and he's back on. Hopefully can do something for Nottsborough.
Thank you for that, Daryl. With roll-on, roll-off subs, trying to look at the action and having it happen. It's
bad enough keeping track of it when you're actually refereeing a game, let alone when you're watching and trying to commentate as well and look after the YouTube feed, the lot.
I thought you were a man who could multitask.
Well, I am, but there's got to be limits to everything I do.
There's limits to multitasking. Just ask any parent. Fitzgibbon
exactly.
Here inside the centre circle, carrying it, looking for the outlet of Goff on the right-hand side. That's a very good ball there. Can Goff get across in? Oh, it's not the greatest. And Beck. And we have our first goal. Nottsborough take the lead. Nottsborough take the lead there. And you know what? And it is thoroughly deserved for their performance so far in that second half. Wasn't the greatest crossing initially, but 77 minutes in, and we have our first goal in the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. And I think it was Aaron Wallace who actually put that ball in.
Just off the foot of Beck as well.
It wasn't the cleanest hit. Wasn't the cleanest hit in the world, but it doesn't matter. Nottsborough lead 1-0. Nottsborough 1, Wandsworth Borough 0. What will Wandsworth Borough come back with? They've been a bit quiet in this second half. Fitzgibbon to Webb. Oh, Webb closed down there. And can Wandsworth Borough have an instant reply? The keeper's done well there, Lancaster, and Kai Beck has a chance to turn and go, and he's done very, very well there. Played inside, one more on. Oh, tried to play one more on to Fitzgibbon there, but Harry Sclav has won that foul. Wandsworth Borough trying to come off with an instant reply, but kind of left the back door open a bit. And Wandsworth Borough's number 13, Pat Murray there. Lucky not to be carded. It did seem like a professional foul, quote unquote. Like, knew what he was doing there. Webb to Gavin. Gavin to Everington. Everington played down the right-hand side. The wind just kind of held that one up a bit. But good idea from Everington on that right-hand side. Nottsborough 1, Wandsworth Borough 0. Aaron Wallace with the goal, deciding the game so far. It's definitely what Nottsborough have deserved so far for their performance in this second half. If you agree, if you disagree, we want to hear from you on the YouTube feed. There is the chat function. Let us know. Do you think that Nottsborough have warranted the lead based on their second half performance so far? As Beck receives it on the right from the throw-in. What can Beck make of it? Came back on a couple of minutes ago, made an impact. Gavin there to Goff. Breaks down a bit, but Gavin and Goff trying to get it back. Joe Tutty there. Neatly done to Goff. Where's Goff going next? Winning a throw-in. That's where he's going next.
Yeah, Nottsborough definitely been the stronger team the second half. First half, I'd say Wandsworth had the first half so far, obviously, especially being now one up. Nottsborough leading the second half, 100%. Corner ball.
It's been a very well contested game so far. Can Nottsborough get a second off of the corner here? Remember, Nottsborough of the Southern Amateur League, Wandsworth Borough of the Amateur Football Combination. SAL versus AFC here in the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Creeping into the 81st minute here with Nottsborough leading by a goal 2-0. Corner to be swung in by the goal scorer, Aaron Wallace. And it's a very good corner.
Keeper got his hand to it.
Keeper did well to get a touch, but Harry Sclav there on the back stick could have put that one in, but
Fingertips from the goalkeeper, fingertips.
I mean, the goalkeeper's done very, very well there. And I think it's almost caught caught Harry Sclav kind of unawares because he just couldn't direct his header.
Yeah.
As Harry Sclav is actually coming off. I don't think it would have been based on that header, but Harry Sclav coming off. So Harry Sclav just coming off that header wide. His last moment of action there. That will be Ben Nash on now. Ben Nash, no, it's Dan Barber back on. Dan Barber back on.
Back on for the last 8 minutes, trying to make sure they can hold that win of or that lead of a 1-0. Still got just under 8 minutes of normal time to go. With what's happened in this second half, we're probably looking at least a minimum of 2 minutes, I would say, added time as well, depending on what happens in the next 8 minutes.
Yeah. Wallace, the goal scorer, with the throw-in. Back to Webb. Nottsborough, I think, are just going to try and pass it around now. Just kill the game. Gavin. That's a good ball down the right for Goff to chase. Can he keep it in? He's unlucky. He's unlucky
Too far
there,
for him
but
to reach.
it's a good idea, though. It's a good idea from Sean Gavin, who in this second half, Sean Gavin has actually had a lot more of the ball at DM. And it seems that he's had a lot more time on the ball because he's been able to dictate the play for Nottsborough and really start those attacks off. And you've got Fitzgibbon, 14, who's been a real live wire. Kai Beck, number 7, he's been a live wire as well. I mean, who would you have down, Daryl, as we start to creep into the last few minutes? Who would you have as a man of the match?
Oh, yeah.
As we see another substitution
Skipper's
going on.
just gone off, number 9.
James Taylor has just come off.
If I'm brutally honest, man of the match, I couldn't really say right now. It's a hard one for me.
You think we're going to have another moment of magic?
I think there's going to be more magic in this game. As of yet, this game is not over yet. It's not over until Elliott blows that final whistle.
I'll come back to you in a couple minutes.
Yeah, come back to me. Come back to me.
Let us know who you think has been a man of the match so far on the YouTube feed using the chat function. Let us know. Fitzgibbon on the ball now. Has to be a shout. Not trying to influence anything. Aaron Wallace, the goal scorer. Yet another shout. He's been absolutely solid at left back all game. There's a man on. Nicely done by Tutty. Tutty to Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon. Oh, that's very nicely done, and he's been blocked off. No attempt to play the ball there, so the referee's definitely giving that one. The ref's definitely giving that one against Johnny Denham. And that's all Denham really could do, just get himself in the way. Referee wasn't happy with that, and understandably so. He knew that Denham knew that he knew that someone knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it's stopping a progressive attack. He's running down the wing. He's going to get the ball in the box. It's a straight yellow. It's a simple decision. He's tried to manage it throughout the game. Unfortunately, there's got to be a first yellow card in the game. And Elliott's taken the time, and I think it's the right time now to be giving that yellow card just to calm it down and let everyone know that he's not going to take it anymore.
He has his authority.
Absolutely.
Wallace, great delivery in there. And Borough struggling, and Kai Beck gets a second. Kai Beck, lovely strike there, coming across it. Wasn't defended well by Wandsworth Borough at all, which is quite a surprise given their record leading to the final. But Kai Beck has now made it 2, and you really do have to say it looks like game over for Wandsworth Borough. 2-0. 85.5 minutes gone. 2-0 to Nottsborough. It does look like it's out of Wandsworth Borough's reach now.
So who's your man of the match then? Because the first goal, Kai got the assist. Wallace got the goal. Second goal, Wallace got the assist. Kai got the goal.
I know it's. I'm gonna come back to that as Wandsworth Borough try to have some sort of reply. They've been extremely quiet this half. It must be said. I mean, they came into this game the higher goal scorers.
They did.
With 16 throughout the tournament, as opposed to Nottsborough, who'd scored 11 and scored 11 and conceded 4, as opposed to Wandsworth Borough, who scored 16 and conceded 3.
Here we go.
And Unlove.
Oh,
He's really skewed the shot. It's still in. He's actually chasing his own shot there, Unlove. Denzel Unlove, and that's unfortunately gone out. I mean, Denzel Unlove really hasn't had anything in this second half at all.
Nah, first half he was getting so many balls down that wing, so many potential balls, and just this second half, as you say, he's had nothing.
Kai Beck touches that one onto the right hand side.
Come back from an offside position there just to get the ball.
It's probably a yard or two in it at least, but Beck, it was a nice touch by him. Wandsworth Borough really trying to press and get a goal, but Nottsborough digging in. 87 minutes gone here. Nottsborough 2, Wandsworth Borough 0. And that's nice and easy for Ben Lancaster. You're going to waste a couple of seconds there, falling to the ground. He's got 6, so. Nottsborough 2, Wandsworth Borough 0 in this AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Not the most convincing defending by Borough there, but Wallace did very well, keeping that ball in Wandsworth Borough's half. That's where Nottsborough won it right now. Fitzgibbon, probably one of the people that Wandsworth Borough wouldn't have wanted to see that ball go to. And that's lovely play by the number 2, Goff. He's gone round the goalkeeper. And he's hit the side netting. Goff unlucky there. Very nicely done. Fitzgibbon, what a great ball too, Goff. Goff did very well.
They played it straight out as well. Going for the quick counter.
Wandsworth Borough, that could have been a switch. That could have been a switch if he turned out to the right-hand side. Unlove was in acres of space. Instead, it was played into the congested area, but you are generally told, play the way you're facing, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what was done, really, but if you kind of open yourself out, really, easy to say it from the commentary position, in all honesty, but like I said, from being a player myself, very easy to say it from the commentary position, but remember, people, let us know on the live feed who you think man of the match is. Let us know. We are here live at Winchmore Hill FC's Pauling Ground. Nottsborough 2, Wandsworth Borough 0. We're in the 89th minute now. Man of the match wise, who are you gonna go for, Daryl? Man of the match. Put you on the spot here. 89 minutes in.
I'm gonna have to go Wallace. He got the first goal. It's led to the continued momentum of Nottsborough. So and the assist on the second goal. So yeah, I'm going with Wallace personally.
I'm going to go a little different. I'm actually going to go for Sean Gavin.
Right, okay.
I'm going to go Sean Gavin as my man of the match because that defensive mid position, he really has kind of dictated the pace. He's broken up attacks. He started attacks. And that was something that just wasn't happening in the first half for Nottsborough. And I think Gavin has been a large part of it, like Fabinho does for Liverpool. It's one of them was breaking up one attack and starting the next one. I think it's criminally underrated as a position, that DM position. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go number 4, Sean Gavin, as my man of the match. Just because him having more influence on the game has meant that Nottsborough and players like Fitzgibbon, honourable mention to him actually. I mean, as he's on the ball now, he's been a real live wire. Webb has done very, very well. Cool, calm and assured. Wallace has done very well at left back.
Cameraman's just avoided the ball. Well done, Lee. Oh.
Wallace has done very, very well at left back. Fitzgibbon has been allowed to kind of get a bit more on the ball this half. And as I said, I think that largely comes from Sean Gavin. Kai Beck now straight through to Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon, will he turn in on that right foot of his? Yes, he will!
Oh,
And flash just wide of that top right-hand corner. Unlucky
lovely ball,
there.
Lovely ball from Kai.
I can see why. Yeah, I mean Kai Beck he has been very good. He has been very, very good. But as I said, I think the influence of Sean Gavin growing in the game, the number 4 for Nottsborough, has allowed the more creative players of Nottsborough to get on the ball, to drive forward, not having to worry about what's going on behind them. And in the first half, Wandsworth Borough, we saw Denzel Unlove, the number 11, at right mid. We saw him as the real outlet because Wandsworth Borough were breaking everything down in that first half.
Absolutely.
So
almost 2 minutes into added time now. Not sure how long the referee indicated, but I said it would be about 2. Possibly now about 3.
It's neatly done, and Gavin blocked off there. As we are in stoppage time here, Nottsborough 2, Wandsworth Borough 0. As the referee just checks his watch. You'd think that the referee is checking his watch for the very final time, as we've already played 2.5 minutes. Wallace down the line. It's exactly where he wants it, is down the line. But Wandsworth Borough able to clear their lines, but nothing really coming there. And that's well done. And out there by Everington.
Another ball coming in.
Multi-ball. Multi-ball. Once again, this grassroots football, we don't have ball boys. We're our own ball boys.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about ball boy shoes that Gareth Southgate used to advertise. Because ball boy shoes are not what you need.
Lovely footwork there.
Neatly done by Wandsworth Borough, keeping the ball there. But they are running out of time. And that's more of a hopeful hoof. And that's gone out for a goal kick. And that might be it for Wandsworth Borough. That may just be it.
Another check of the watch.
We've played 3.5 minutes of stoppage time here. Nottsborough 2, Wandsworth Borough 0. Wallace and Beck with the goals, both in the second half, in the last 20 minutes of the second half.
And
there it is. And there it is, AFA Senior Cup champions, Nottsborough FC of the Southern Amateur League. Just beaten Wandsworth Borough FC of the Amateur Football Combination by 2-0. Wallace with the first, Beck with the second, as Nottsborough run out 2-0 winners. Weathered a storm in the first half, didn't concede, and then scored 2 of their own in that second half in the last 20 minutes of it. Commiserations to Wandsworth Borough FC. They kind of faded second half, did very well in the first, but they just didn't have enough to really trouble Nottsborough too much. But Nottsborough running out 2-0 winners. A very, very good win for them. A windy day here at Winchmore Hills, pooling ground for the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Stick around, we're going to get post-match analysis and some feedback from players and officials as we can as well. So stick around for that. We're going to be hanging around on the YouTube feed. But I have been straight shooting LJA of Pitch Talk alongside Daryl and the referee development secretary for the Amateur Football Alliance in this second half. Thank you so much for joining us on this live feed. Remember, at Amateur FA on Twitter, at Amateur FA on Instagram as well. Facebook.com/Amateur FA. Also, amateur-fa.com is the official website. Amateur-fa.com is the official Amateur FA website. site. Remember, I am also representing Pitch Talk as well. Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group. Join the footballing revolution we are working so hard to create. At Pitch Talk on Twitter, tweet with us, follow us, see what we're up to. We're on Instagram at Pitch Talk as well. We have our website, www.pitch-talk.com. That is our website, www.pitch-talk.com. We also have podcasts on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Verbal, and elsewhere as well. As we see Nottsborough celebrating their victory. We see Nottsborough celebrating their victory there. Our commiserations to Wandsworth Borough on this.
Right, good.
Just for the cameras, take my jacket.
They're staying back there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me? No? Can I thank you all for coming today? And I'd like to pay a special thank you to Winchmore Hill for hosting this occasion. It was a very close, hard-fought game, but more than that, I thought it was a sporting game. So again, I hope you all enjoyed it. Could I ask our excellent officials to come up first, please, to receive Elliott? And as unfortunately in all these occasions there has to be a loser, and could I ask Wandsworth Borough to come up and receive their medals? Well done.
Very well contested. Very well there, especially Glover, their goalkeeper. Wandsworth Borough did the AFC proud today.
Yeah. And now could I ask Nottsborough to come up, with the skipper coming up last, please?
And the winners, Nottsborough, of the AFA CeeMac Cup Final 2022 by 2-0. As they come out to collect their winners' medal. See that lovely trophy there as well. Done the SA proud today. Very well contested match. As has been said, it's a shame there always has to be a loser in they have to be winners too. As their skipper goes to pick up the trophy. Nottsborough FC have AFA CeeMac Cup champions 2022.
I just want to say it.
It's the biggest honour of my career. Let's go.
Get a GoFundMe page for your nose.
What's up, people? Straight shooting LJ here on the live feed for the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022, and I'm here with a few of the winners. Nottsborough FC. What does that win mean to you?
So it means a lot.
Aaron, turn it to you just for a second. First goal was yours. Talk us through it.
To be fair, I don't really remember a lot of it. All I remember is having the ball there, absolutely screaming for it, begging for it to be passed to me. So many of those this season, where it's not come, and yeah, just luckily it's fallen to me. Struck it outside the foot. In the wrong way.
Can I talk us through the second?
Well, it's all right. It's all the hard work and training paying off. That's what it is. All those Wednesday nights, and I've got to say, cracking finish.
You're gonna go Hulk Hogan there. Like, say your prayers, do your training. Like,
it was the blood before it got me going for that last 20 minutes.
What happened with that? We saw it on the live feed. What happened? What happened with it? It looked like it was to the nose.
Headbutt my nose.
He's got a goal and assist from who knows. Claiming the assist for that.
So what does winning today mean to Nottsborough? Not just as representatives of the Southern Amateur League today, but for yourselves as a club. Is this a springboard to bigger and better things?
Yeah, hopefully. We're in the hunt for treble this year. We've got a big game next week. I think we've got 3 or 4 games to go. So the league.
Raises. You guys just have that at half time and just say, we got to do that.
We had a few more games. We know what quality we have, and we just came out.
Hey, challenge starts off. Confidence as the game goes on. I think that time, and that's kind of what happened. That's why we got the goals in the last 10.
Finals were difficult. We did really well in the league. We were out first half, as the boys said, a few gears ago, and I think the second half we sort of showed it. Wasn't a game full of chances, but 2 clinical finishes from the superstars here, and yeah, there you go, cup's ours.
How much does that mean to you leading the side that won the final today?
It means a lot to me, but I've been here over 10 years now, so it does mean a lot. It's bigger than me one. We're a very, very tight group here, tight club. The 2s have just won the league, 3s are going for it as well today. It means a lot to me, but it's a club. We like to win trophies here. We're a successful team, so it means a lot for the whole club.
Guys, congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
And all the best. All the best for the rest of the season, and chase that treble as well. Thank you, guys. I said I've been straight shooting LJ, and I said just had that interview with the winners. Congratulations to Nottsborough on their 2-0 win of the AFA Senior Cup Final 2022. Thank you so much for joining us on the live feed here on YouTube, Amateur FA TV. thank you so much for joining us. Remember, at Amateur FA on Twitter, on Instagram, also facebook.com/Amateur FA as well. And amateur-fa.com is the official website. I have been Straight Shooting LJA, representing the AFA today and also representing Pitch Talk too. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. We'll see you next time.